Hello, my name is Kelly Darwin. I am on the Living for Zachary Board of Directors. I am so excited to be here today to share with you all about the Living for Zachary SuperHeart program. What we're going to talk about today is a little bit about the Living for Zachary mission, our SuperHeart programs, our free youth heart screenings, and AED coverage and use. The Living for Zachary mission is to raise awareness and prevent sudden cardiac arrest in youth. This mission was formed out of one of life's darkest moments when Karen Sherraw lost her son due to sudden cardiac arrest in 2009. Zach was only 16 years old when he collapsed at football practice at Plano East High School. Only a few short months later, Karen founded Living for Zachary. Today, Living for Zachary fights against sudden cardiac arrest through a multifaceted approach. Our programs have impacted thousands of lives through our youth heart screenings, CPR and AED certifications, awareness events, AED donations, and student scholarships. So let's talk about sudden cardiac arrest, why the implementation of this collaboration is so important. What is sudden cardiac arrest? Sudden cardiac arrest occurs when the heart stops without warning, making it unable to pump blood throughout the body and causing a person to collapse. This is different from a heart attack. A heart attack is caused by blockage. Sudden cardiac arrest occurs when the heart stops. Sudden cardiac arrest is most prevalent amongst students, athletes, and 90% of its victims do not survive. Some signs and symptoms of sudden cardiac arrest are sudden collapse, no pulse, no breathing or gasping for air, loss of consciousness, and non-responsive. Through these educational programs such as this one, your community will become more aware of what to look out for when it comes to a cardiac emergency. And most importantly, you'll want to call 911 if you're noticing any of these signs or symptoms, because yes, it's very important and every second counts to save one life. Sudden cardiac arrest is the #1 cause of death on school campuses and for student athletes. During football practice, Zach suffered from cardiac arrest and was not resuscitated. Amanda and Joe also suffered from sudden cardiac arrest while at school. Today, Amanda and Joe are now attending college because of the presence and use of an AED and CPR-trained individuals around them. Amanda and Joe are also both Living for Zachary ambassadors. So what is a SuperHeart program? You are here today to learn about the steps taken to create a safer environment for all who walk the halls, teach, coach, play, and learn. Before I tell you what it means to be a SuperHeart organization, let me fill you on a few things. Living for Zachary's goal is to give every person the best chance of survival by providing medical assistance within 3 minutes. Because sudden cardiac arrest is the #1 killer of student athletes and death on school campuses, Living for Zachary is committed to taking steps to help your organization be better prepared to prevent and respond to a cardiac emergency. What is a SuperHeart organization? A SuperHeart organization is just that, super. Super strong minds, super screened hearts, super smart staff. This program seeks to prevent sudden cardiac arrest and prepare organizations in the event of cardiac emergencies on campus. A number of AEDs based on student population will be provided to allow for a 3-minute response time. This is over a $24,000 value. What is a SuperHeart organization? We provide current AEDs serviced and additional AEDs will be awarded. Staff will receive CPR and AED training. You'll have CPR demos for students, heart screenings, and we'll develop a hero team and hero plan. Your hero team will be deployed during a cardiac emergency. They are CPR and AED certified individuals, and they will practice by completing 2 drills per year. The hero plan does consist of 3 steps. Step 1 is the initial response. They will contact 911 and the hero team. Step 2, the hero team is deployed. They will retrieve the AED and reach the scene within 3 minutes. Step 3, administer CPR and AED, and then eventually transfer the care to the emergency medical staff. The Safe Station is a highly visible tower that will house the outdoor AED at all times. It protects the AED from the elements and has ventilation, monitoring, and lighting. Okay, now let's take a look into our youth heart screenings. What is a Living for Zachary heart screening? This screening was created in conjunction with Baylor Scott and White, the Heart Hospital Plano. It is free and open to ages from 12 to 22. Most importantly, it can help detect heart abnormalities that may lead to sudden cardiac arrest. What is included in a heart screening? First, we have the ECG, which measures and records the electrical activity in your heart. Second, we have an echo, or also known as an echocardiogram. It produces an image of the heart and will monitor for structural issues. Third, we have blood pressure, looking for issues that may point back to the heart. Number 4 is a sudden cardiac arrest risk questionnaire that is completed as a tool to identify and mark risk. Fifth, we have the review, and it's interpreted by our board-certified cardiologists. Heart screening registration is required as spaces are limited. Parents must be present for youth under the age of 18 during the Living for Zachary heart screenings. Please scan now to schedule. Okay, here is where it really gets fun. As a part of the SuperHeart program, your organization will host a Red Out event where you get to wear red. These events are held in honor of Zachary Shirah and sudden cardiac arrest awareness, where we ask all attendees to red out the stands. Thank you for joining the fight against sudden cardiac arrest in youth.
Hello, everyone. My name is Catherine Hall, and I'm here on behalf of DefibTech. We are so grateful to be continuing our partnership with Living for Zachary and helping out your organization. I'm going to go into detail about the importance of an AED and then a little bit about how to use it. So it's really important to know that awareness is key. So cardiac arrest is the #1 killer. It is the most lethal public health problem. It's the #1 killer of student athletes and in schools. You're looking at about 350,000 to 400,000 deaths every single year. I feel like this pie chart really helps put it into perspective. Everything on the right we see and hear about all the time. And all of these deaths combined equal the deaths from sudden cardiac arrest alone. So this truly shows a visual of why it is important to have an AED, be prepared and rescue ready in case there is an event that happens. So AEDs truly save precious treatment time. Every minute counts. The first moments are especially the most important because chance of survival decreased 10% for every single minute without that AED and CPR started. So if you can get the AED as fast as possible, start those compressions, especially within 3 minutes, that's when survival rates are the highest. This is especially important because those national EMS response times can average between 7 minutes up to 14 or even longer. So you really want to be prepared. You want to know your plan, where the AED is, and be ready to go. So this is the 6 links for the sudden cardiac arrest chain of survival. Kind of goes through the process. The first being your victim is going to fall to the ground. You're going to immediately grab a phone, dial 911. You're activating that emergency response. 2 is high quality CPR. You're going to start those compressions right away. And 3 is key. This is when the AED comes into place for defibrillation. So those first 3 steps are done just by the lay rescuer. This is really, really crucial. This is when time truly is of the essence. And then 4, you're going to have your EMS team ambulance arrive, advanced resuscitation, post-cardiac arrest care, and then finally recovery. So a little bit about how to use an AED. So you'll see them, DefibTech makes it really easy. They're bright yellow. It has a nice roomy handle. It's easy to grip. They're very, very durable devices. They're actually made out of the same material as football helmets. And DefibTech truly wants to make this as simple and easy to use as possible. So it's just 2 buttons. You have your on-off button, that big green one at the top, and then you have your shock button at the bottom, and it'll flash and blink and let you know if a shock is advised, when to press that button. It's truly as simple as that. It'll walk you through every single step of the rescue, and it really does work as your buddy just letting you know when to put on the pads. You have a quick use card on the back of the device that shows you where to put the pads. And then it'll walk you through every step of using the AED, have that loud metronome for CPR. And it truly is as simple as that. So don't be intimidated. These devices are very smart. They will know if and when a shock is needed and when, and it will just be there to help support you. So thank you so much for helping and being rescue ready. And truly, these AEDs do save lives.